hands so that the audience can be in good hands. Like there was never a moment where we were like, oh, I don't know what's going on, right? The thing that I want to offer is your word usage, there's irony for you. Your word usage showed up amazingly. The word feelings, the word feel, every time it showed up, all of a sudden there was a potency to it that wasn't there before, because now we're talking about emotion. And someone talks about emotion very well and someone does not, right? The other thing is also that this time around, the argument launched the music, not the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
The argument was so potent and so articulated and so spontaneous that, dare I say, Mark all of a sudden had to sort of follow where they were going with it, which is what you want, at least in a rehearsal process, is let this be the supplement to the energy and the focus that these actors are finding. Right? Does this make sense?
Yeah. Yes.
And the last thing I'll say is, if we were to continue working on this, Andrea, the next thing that we have is we say we do not belong together. Well, there are lots. I have stuff for Matt as well. There's stuff for both actors to work on. I wasn't calling you out on the ice. But really, Andrea, pay attention. You say we do not belong together 4 times, right? And the last time it turns into, and we'll never belong together. And the last thing she says is the only absolute thing, which is, I have to move on. The only absolute action is I have to move on. And this beautiful, supple actress said to us at the top of it, all I came to say is I have to move on. Well, that's a, say again? I've moved on, right, I've moved on.
I wanted to say it's over.
Exactly, exactly, it's over, I've moved on. And what's great about that sharp actress seeing that is she chose the thing that the authors say is at the end of the scene. So now she has to find her way there. She didn't choose the, like, I have something to tell you. Like, she didn't choose that as her action. That action's over in the first line. Mm-hmm. So you can help your actors go, your action might lie in the last 75 to 100% of the scene. So now you have to find your way there, whether it's with a machete or swimming or tears or, you know, or skating and being deft, yes.
I might add, just in reference to what you said before, I didn't find it at the end. I say at the end, I have to move on.
Yes.
So I want to come in and say, I've moved on.
Yes.
And the truth is, I haven't, and I still haven't when I walk out the door.
That's right.
So I tried and failed in this scene.
And well said.
But it was
That's
in
well
the fight of trying to do it.
Right. And this kind of conversation is great because I take that information as director and go, okay, well then there's a recalibration to be done in the scene. If I have an actor who's saying, I've tried and I failed, I now hear how she's telling that story, and I look at the text, and I look at the show I'm building, and I have an opportunity to go, does that fit in how we're telling this story? And I go, yeah, it would be great. And it also helps with, again, the arrangement. If she's tried and failed, then her walk out of the room is, can you play the last thing? I have to move on. Right? And that he's there, right? And that's George. Right? So now we have actors with tools that they find pliable and useful to help us answer questions and go, oh, that's how we're going to go, right? And also the momentum of the scene was great. You really, really found what you were what you're trying to get done through the entire scene. So great. Questions about this? Yes. And